You're listening to the podcast that's right, about nothing. Available on iTunes, YouTube, and SoundCloud.com. Welcome to another episode of the podcast about nothing, and it's me and my co-host.
Hello, Jessie.
My lovely wife, Jessie. And we're here on a standalone episode to catch up on some shit. Right, Pumpkin?
Yes, shit.
All kinds of shit.
Lots of shit.
So, first thing, we don't want to call it shit, is Pokemon Go. Which Jessie loves but refuses to play.
It's not that I refuse to play.
Just teasing you.
I'm just saying, in terms of addiction, it's bad.
It's not an addiction, It's a time killer.
People are killing themselves driving.
Oh, I mean, that you can't blame the game for people being idiots. That's totally out of it. I mean, it's people look at their cell phone and text, talk, look at Yelp, and still crash into shit and walk into trees. It's not Pokemon's fault. It's just I saw an article this morning. Some kid got shot over by the Ghirardelli.
Yeah, I read that too.
And it had nothing to do with Pokemon at all. Guy got shot at 10 o'clock at night, but they put Pokemon Go player gets shot. He wasn't even playing in game when he got shot. But it's just clickbait now for everybody to try to ticket up any unfortunate thing that happens.
I just feel that I don't want to be part of the madness.
Oh, it's just fun. It's not madness.
I think it's madness. Literally, people are sitting there at the bars playing Pokemon Go.
So that's called a trend. It's not madness. Same people that sit there and text at the bar, or look on Facebook, or tweet.
Right.
It's just another social
all
media
addictive behaviors.
No, it's just today's society. People are attached to their phones. At least this game makes you get up and walk around.
I'll do it when everyone else is done with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, now they updated it so if it senses you going at a certain speed, it tells you can't play while you drive.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Not that it'll stop anyone, but all you have to do is hit I'm a passenger. You just keep playing. But you can't say the game didn't warn you. They're just doing that because everybody tries to sue for stupidity. It's like suing McDonald's for being fat. They didn't force you to eat all those hamburgers.
I did bring up the subject with Mark that there is a Pokemon Go dating.
Yeah, that is very odd. Well, not really. It's not really surprising.
How is that odd?
I don't know. It just seems odd, but now that you think of it, it's a pretty good idea.
It's a great idea.
It's speed dating Pokemon Go.
Exactly.
And I guess that brings all the, Pokemon trainers, as my friend Marisol pointed out. They're not called weirdos, they're called trainers. And they come out and meet each other and compare their Pokemons.
Wait, who said that?
Marisol, the one who was on the podcast a few weeks ago.
That's a good word to use, though.
That's what they're called, Pokemon trainers. And didn't you watch the cartoon?
It's bits and pieces I do remember.
I never watched it. I never gave a rat's ass about Pokemon until this game.
I watched a couple episodes. I wasn't like that bartender we had the other day who said that she watched every single one twice.
Yeah, as a kid, she loved it, and now she plays it with her boyfriend.
How old do you think she was?
I don't know, 20? She looked young.
She looked mad young.
Yeah, well, I mean, how old do you need to be a bartender? 21?
That's a good question. That's what I was thinking last night, though.
You got to serve alcohol. You have to be a certain age, I hope.
No offense, but if I was still drinking, I don't want to be worried about people underage.
Huh?
I don't know. I just wouldn't be encouraged to drink looking at a young-ass bartender.
People drink all the time.
I'm just saying, looking at a young-ass bartender doesn't make me feel comfortable.
Well, I mean, Outback Steakhouse isn't exactly the place to go to get shit-faced. So,
it's so weird that people read at the bar.
Why not? Why can't you read at the bar?
It's fucking weird.
No, it's not. You read your phone at the bar.
They have newspapers sitting in a basket and people just casually reading.
God forbid you read.
I don't understand that.
You're supposed to stand there and stare
in New
York
City, you would not catch people reading
because
at a bar.
People in New York City are loud and obnoxious and you can't sit down and read. You read at Starbucks, right?
There's something about being at a bar and reading a book.
It's not a bar, honey. It's Outback Steakhouse. It's the bar at Outback. It's not the same thing as being at a bar.
It's like people who have babies and sit in the bar.
I'm just saying, but it's not a bar where it's only a bar and nothing else. It's a restaurant.
No, I'm just saying I treat it the same thing. Babies and bars.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to have your baby at the bar. You're not even supposed to have your kid at the bar.
That's what I'm saying. I treat it the same thing.
What's that have to do with a book?
Just that same uncomfortable factor.
I don't know. Doesn't seem to bother anybody else. Only you, my pumpkin.
It's just in my head.
Mm-hmm. I don't think anything of. If I had a book, I'd sit there and read it. I'd probably have to wear headphones, though, because, I get distracted too easily, whatever. But, speaking of the Pokemon thing, I don't know if anybody's out there has caught a Pikachu. I have. Caught him on the bus on the way to work. So I ready to stop what they were doing while I caught him, so they wouldn't get in my way. It's freaking hard, man. The little bastard took more balls to the chin than like a porn star before I finally caught him. But what else?
Not the kind of balls I'm into.
No, but a lot of women are. They're pokeballs. But what did we see? Oh, Secret Life of Pets. Kind of small little critter things.
Amazing movie.
Oh, it's very funny. It's making a lot of money too.
It is?
As far as I know, yeah.
Chloe was based on our cat.
Yes, I'm pretty sure Chloe was based on Nala.
Chloe made it a point to point out how much she didn't care.
Yes, that's every cat though. What did she say to, what's it, Max? Which is like, Louis C.K. played Max. Why? Why spend that much money when he didn't do anything remotely Louis C.K. like? He just wanted to do it for his kids.
Probably.
But
the fact that he has kids is scary.
Yeah, he does. He has at least, I know he has a daughter.
Scary bastard.
But he said, what did she say? As your friend, you should know I don't care about you or your problems. That's great. That's Nala all the way.
All the way.
She's even fat like Nala.
Even fat.
Just gotta dye Nala purple. Or lavender. I guess she would have been.
You know, cats just have this wonderful way of loving you from a distance.
Oh, Nala loves me up close on my face.
Exactly. But Nala, she just does not care.
Climbs right on your chest and just plants herself there.
Anytime we're together, there she is.
And when we're not, though. As soon as you leave, it's all over me.
Yeah, exactly.
She's very loving.
But The Secret Life of Pets is really good.
Oh, yeah. Very good movie. It's not all hype. Jessie likes Snowball, the bunny, played by Kevin Hart.
Yeah, Kevin Hart. I don't know. I told you. I don't feel he was that for that role, though.
Why not? He was funny.
I don't know.
He stole the show.
Too Kevin Hart-ish there.
He was supposed to play a psycho, and he did. Played a very good psycho. Because the main character was boring as hell. Max, the dog.
No.
Yeah, him and that, whoever the big hairy one, Duke. They were the least interesting things of the whole movie, and they were the stars. It doesn't make sense. All the other side characters took all the exciting stuff, you know? They weren't like Woody and Buzz from Toy Story. I think that's what they were meant to be, and it just didn't.
You don't think it had that?
No, I mean,
flavor.
The rabbit stole the show, and then the cat, and all the little side characters, the little bird, and, you know, they all seem to have more personality than the main characters. Then they had that, well, I don't know, people might not have seen it, but...
I think that was the point of Max, though. He wasn't trying to be that.
Well, he's supposed to be the straight guy of the thing, but it's just... Could have not been in the movie, I wouldn't have cared. Like Gidget, she stole the show. She was like a super ninja, a little white, whatever she was.
Overhyped little...
The little gerbil guy or whatever, the guinea pig. All those were more interesting than the main
You never
characters.
had a guinea pig, right?
No. Andy once won, my little brother, but I had hamsters.
You're not fond of guineas?
They're just like big hamsters. I don't really know what they do. Do they like do tricks and shit, or they just sit there and eat?
They grow through toilet paper rolls.
Awesome. But what else? Oh, we saw Star Trek Beyond. It's called Beyond what? We don't know. But it was oh, I guess because they were in some uncharted area or something. That's
right? Yeah, that's what it was.
I guess.
The chick was pretty cool.
Which chick?
The fighting chick.
Oh, the white one?
Yeah.
Is it Jayla?
Jayla, yeah.
Although all they did was call her Lassie for the whole movie, so why give her a name? Simon Pegg, he was what, Scotty?
Scotty.
All he did was call her Lassie. Lassie.
It's quite controversial, because who was the gay one?
What gay one?
There was a gay guy. He walked off with the guy and the little kid. In the scene, when they go back to, they went and docked the ship for a minute, and they all take a break, and they walk off. Did you not see the two guys?
No.
That's supposed to be a gay relationship. What's his name? The one who does the transporting of the ship itself in the main room. Who sits in front of Captain Kirk?
Who, the guy that died?
Yeah, no.
He was
no.
checks
The other guy. The other guy.
Asian guy?
Yeah.
That was his family that he walked off with.
Right, but I read it. The producer director. That's a gay relationship.
Yeah, but he had a wife and kid.
No, in the show he did, but here in the movie he had, and that was his lover.
Yeah, but he walked off with a woman and a daughter.
No, I have the wrong guy. There's another guy who walked off with another guy and the girl.
I don't know. I didn't pay any
attention. And the little girl. But that basically was a whole big thing about a gay relationship. It was a big deal.
Who cares? I don't understand. Why did they have to force that into everything? I don't give a damn who Sulu sleeps with. Just do your part in the movie and that's it. You know? Not saying that's you. I'm just saying in general. Why do I care who they're getting on with?
You know how it is.
I mean, people are gay. I don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. But why do you have to feel the need? I guess it's to hit a demographic or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I found myself liking Spock a lot more in this movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked him in the last one.
I liked him in this one. This one I felt him to be more, I don't know.
I felt like the last one was better than this one, though.
Oh, yeah?
This one just was like, all right, we're going to some weird section of space. Oh, no, bad guy. Oh, no, he was a former blah, blah, blah. We don't want to ruin things.
You think it dragged on too long?
It was long, and it just wasn't... There was nothing really original about it. Is there ever going to be a Star Trek movie where the Enterprise doesn't get fucked up? That's what
I don't think so. Is there ever going to be a time when Captain Kirk's not sleeping with some...
He didn't sleep with anybody in this one. That's got to be a first.
Oh, shit.
He did not get laid by an alien. I don't know if he did last time either.
He did. Remember the girl got found under the bed?
That was in the first movie.
In the second one, wasn't it?
The second one, I don't think he got nailed with I don't think he got with anybody. That was one with Khan in it.
Oh, yeah, Khan.
Second was all about Spock and the Uhura chick being in a relationship. I don't think Captain Kirk got laid in the second movie. It's probably why he wanted to quit in the third movie. Spoiler alert. He's out in space for too long.
Yeah.
His little tribbles hadn't been tickled in a long time.
I mean, were you a Star Trek fan back in the day?
Nope. I used to watch it just to put myself to sleep when I was a kid. It would be on 11 o'clock on Channel 11.
Yeah, me too, actually. I wouldn't get past the credits.
No, I would watch it, but I couldn't, quote shit and stuff like some people do. I just never...
I don't know why, but I think of Star Trek and Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
I put that on too to fall asleep
For me, it was the Honeymooners and then Star Trek.
Honeymooners. Never got it.
That was a combination. It was about 11:30 and then 11:30 to midnight or something like that. They were back to back.
You found the Honeymooners funny?
It was okay. A lot of classic lines in it, but I don't know. Overall, it would fascinate me how they would always do it, because it was a stage show, that they put on TV, and it was live when it was happening. Back then, when it actually aired, those were live shows, and everything was done in one room. They rarely ever left the apartment.
That went on for a mad long time too.
I don't know how long it was on for.
I don't know what the fascination is, quite honestly.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good sitcom. So many other shows just rip off that show now. Fat dude, hot wife.
Jefferson's.
Idiot neighbor.
Jefferson's was really good.
I'm saying, but how many shows use that same formula? Flintstones, Family Guy, any sitcom, King of Queens. You can run down the list. Married with Children. They're all the same. I mean, they didn't have any kids in the Honeymooners, but it's always like some guy with a disproportionately attractive wife. Moron neighbor. Crappy job. You're supposed to relate to the everyman or something like that. Jefferson's was cool, but George Jefferson was rich. He was the opposite.
I never got tired of the Jeffersons.
I used to like that show.
Weezy was my girl.
I like George. He's so cool. I like when he would slam the door in people's faces. It's my favorite part. What else have we seen recently? Well, Star Trek isn't bad. I mean, we're not saying it sucks. You should definitely go see it. We haven't seen Suicide Squad yet, but despite everybody trying to say it was crap before it came out, it ended up making a shitload of money this weekend. So I don't know if that's just prepaid tickets, but everyone that I know that has seen it has said it's good. Cousin Richie, who's not an easy critic, friend Eric, who we mention on every show, he liked it. Yeah, so how bad could it have been? Speaking of Eric, he was on Damn Sharks on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Damn Sharks.
He was Kenny. Was it Kenny?
I don't know the names.
Yeah, he was Kenny. And ironically enough, he played a guy that used to be fat and got into shape. Much like
Best part ever was the opening scene.
Oh yeah, when the girl goes to jump off the rock.
It's so sad.
These freaking sharks just jump right out of midair and eat people.
Dude, was it CGI? Yeah.
CGI.
The CGI is amazing.
Oh yeah, I know.
Overall, that campy experience, sleepaway campy experience, is so there. That's what I think I was so into it.
I don't know. I saw Sharknado 4. That was a spectacle. That's the best word I could use. But Carrot Top got eaten in it, so that made the whole thing worth watching.
Yeah. Carrot Top.
Who else? There was a lot of cameos in this one. None spring to mind, but I'm sure there were a lot of them. And I tried to watch the one with the tarantulas. Was it Tulantula? But even I couldn't sit through that one. Steve Guttenberg. I don't know where they dug him up from, but...
My God, Steve Guttenberg.
Yeah, it was him and the dude from Police Academy. The guy who makes the sound of Michael Winslow.
Oh my God, Steve Guttenberg was great.
Yeah, but I only made it about 20 minutes in, and then I had to stop. We also saw some UFC stuff recently. It's a lot of UFC crap. So we saw Lawler and Woodley, which lasted about 10 minutes after waiting 3 hours for the fight. Not even 10 minutes. What the hell am I saying? It lasted about 60 seconds, I think. Woodley just knocked him the fuck out right there in the first minute of the first round. If that. And we saw your man, Bruce Leroy, and Yair Rodriguez. It's like a human tornado. Everything that guy does involves spinning.
Bruce Lee is amazing.
I don't know, that guy made Bruce Lee look slow.
No, I know, but Bruce Lee's like all show and he's like flashing and shit like that.
He's just so annoying the way he fights.
And then he just bye-bye.
Yeah, but he does this annoying thing where he turns his back to the guy and walks away, like, and runs in a little circle, and then turns back around again.
Reminds me of a horse trotting.
Yeah, well, he was constantly moving. Those guys went 5 rounds, and
I know, but he was like...
The guy Rodriguez didn't slow down. I mean, Leroy slowed down a little bit, but he took, I don't know how many. The guy out-hit him like 3-1 or something.
He was like, bam, 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 blah.
But neither one of them seemed like to have... I mean, I know Rodriguez has knocked people out with kicks before, but neither one of them was able to land a clean shot. And to be in a split decision. I don't know how the hell that happened.
Seriously, that was like...
One guy picked Leroy to win the fight. It's really, his name is Caceres, but he's called Bruce Leroy. And he's one of those, almost hipster-style philosophy, blah, 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 I want to be challenged, yada, yada, yada. Just go in there and win the fucking fight, man. Shut up.
Fucking win the fight.
Oh, yeah, speaking of Jesse's favorite fighter, Conor McGregor, who's about to get his ass whooped at UFC 202 by Nick Diaz again. Yes, we're a little biased. Recently made a comment about WWE performance. Did you see that?
No.
He said he would slap the heads off of the whole entire roster twice on Sunday. And WWE superstars did not take very kindly to this. So they all chimed in. Roman Reigns told him, "You're the size of my leg. Shut up." Kurt Angle, who's not in the WWE, but said, "Get your head out of Dana White's ass."
Ooh, yeah. There's quite a love relationship between those two.
Yeah, well, hey, he's a money... I mean...
He was a money maker.
He still is, but if he loses to Nate, then that hype train is down the shitter.
I'm not going to lie. I will be cranky if McGregor wins.
He has a chance to win by decision, if he can survive that long. I don't know if it's a 3-round fight or a 5-round fight. If it's the main event, it should be 5 rounds.
When is it again?
The 20th?
Sounds so far away.
Yeah, but, I mean, we've said it before in previous podcasts. He couldn't beat Nate when Nate didn't train. Now Nate did train. So
Nate was on what show, baby? When he was talking about
Conan?
Conan, and he goes, was it Justin Bieber?
Oh, yeah, they were talking about when Bieber made a comment about Nate Diaz's boxing or something.
And they met, and they took a picture together, and he's like, Justin Bieber, I don't want any problems.
Yeah, I don't want no beef with you, Justin Bieber.
What's so amazingly funny,
I guess,
it's just the fact that he's saying it is coming out of his mouth. It's so great.
Nate's a pretty down-to-earth guy, but I don't know.
He's a pretty down-to-earth killer.
Yeah, I just can't see what McGregor could do. Everybody makes a big deal. Oh, that first round. So what? Act like that's the first person ever to win 1 round in a fight. The bottom line is he didn't last halfway through the 2nd round.
He didn't fucking last.
I know. He got choked out. He got punched in the face. Everybody's like, oh, he got tired. No, he was fine. Got punched in the jaw. Didn't know where the hell he was. Got punched a lot again. And then he decided, I'm about to get knocked out. And tried to take a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt down. And Nate choked the shit out of him. And that was it. I don't know how he's going to get around that again. Nate is big. He's a big guy. They're fighting at 170. Conor's not a small guy either. But he does not have the power to take Nate out. That's the problem.
Nate's a fucking killer, bro.
Yeah, Nate is. But if by some miracle Nate does not win, then you get the 3rd fight, and that's freaking even more money, But if McGregor wins by decision or some bullshit, or God forbid knocks Nate out, which I don't see happening, but if he wins, then freaking somebody's got to fight Jose Aldo for his featherweight belt. He's sitting there waiting. McGregor, despite all this, whatever he's doing, ego trip, trying to fight Nate Diaz, he is the featherweight champion. He's got to defend that championship. And Aldo looked like fucking Wolverine against Frankie Edgar at UFC 200. And he is pissed. So that should be an interesting fight.
Should we talk about our neighbor?
No.
We'll talk about noisy people in general.
Yeah, I don't know if any listeners have noisy, annoying, obnoxious neighbors. but we do. Even though we have so-called quiet hours at our property.
See, I mean, how many people out there have quiet hours like we do? I mean, I think it's fairly common.
I don't know, because ours are a joke. Nobody fucking obeys them.
I mean, it's just people are redefining what quiet hours is. So anybody out there who takes the liberty.
Property managers sent out an email specifically explaining them again, and how you're not supposed to run your goddamn washing machine after 10 p.m. or before 8 a.m. What does our neighbor do? 9:55 p.m. Runs her fucking washing machine. Jesse went over there and told her, "Hey, moron, do you not own a watch?" She goes, "Oh, I'll try to turn it off." You're not building a fucking jet engine, bitch. You're just turning off a washing machine. How hard is that?
And the thing is, I'm going through a rather difficult cleanse time, if you guys know. Cleanse is something where you're detoxing. And, some people can be very cranky when they're detoxing. Well, from food and stuff and whatever it may be. And so the thought of many things came through, and I calmly walked away from her. But,
She tells me I'm mean and violent, but she constantly has horrible, violent thoughts.
She's tiny.
Even when she's not cleansing. Everything is kill this bitch. Bitch, bitch, bitch. Kill, kill, kill. Murder. Don't let the nice voice fool you.
I just was amazed how I just walked away. But for all you people out there who deal with this type of situations.
Then we have idiot number 2 on the other side of us that has a dog they're not even supposed to fucking have. And this dog barks at 6 o'clock in the morning every morning. Apparently left alone by itself by the owners. So what are you going to do? Yell at the dog? It's not the dog's fault. So yes, we're surrounded by assholes. Kind of like when we were in New York, but not as bad. New York was 10 times worse.
Yeah, New York was 10 times worse.
It's just so quiet here that when somebody is noisy, it's the word amplified. It's normally nice and quiet.
Normally nice and pleasant, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But, that's part of the renting, right?
Mm.
What else?
Thinking of moving into a houseboat instead.
What these rules that are happening now.
Well, won't have to think about it until maybe January or February, but it's an option. Or just a different apartment somewhere else in Sausalito. They're not all unaffordable. We were kind of pressed for time when we moved into this one. Next time around, we can control it a little better. This was just like a whirlwind moving from New York to here.
Still feels like one.
Settling down.
Commuting to Vegas constantly
doesn't explain why everything is so goddamn expensive in San Francisco. But even Taco Bell. Anybody in New York or on the East Coast knows that you can get like 12 tacos for $6. Not here. One combo at Taco Bell is like $14.99. And it's still the same shit. It's not like it's better Taco Bell. They don't even have the $5 Crave meal because they'd probably go out of business if they had that thing. The whole city would converge on them because you cannot find cheap food out here. Never mind healthy food. You're screwed if you try to eat healthy out here. What do we have? Subway. Subway is like the fast, if you want to call it fast food, chain restaurant king out here is Subway. Subway, Pete's Coffee, Starbucks, and CVS. Right? They're everywhere. Walgreens.
Mm-hmm.
Really weird combination. I mean, there's still McDonald's. You can't avoid McDonald's, but not to the volume that you see.
You have 7-Eleven.
Yeah, 7-Eleven, that's the other chain that's out everywhere. 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
I mean, you see a 7-Eleven almost every other block when you're in San Francisco. When we stayed at that hotel with the goldfish, there's a 7-Eleven like 3 blocks in every direction. Except for Chinatown. It was the only place where there wasn't.
Yeah, it's true. Going to Vegas this weekend.
That's right. Jesse's going back to Vegas because she can't get enough of melting.
God, 112.
Go see our little chubby nephew.
And my mom.
And her mom. Awesome. I'm hold down the fort with Nala. Who's passed out right now after chasing her pet worm. Yeah, she freaking hates that thing. She goes crazy whenever you put it in her face.
Did we talk about the Olympics?
Oh, that's right. The Olympics going on. I think we won America won their first medal today. They might have won more by the time we broadcast this, but I think it was in swimming. I don't know which one.
The rifle one, too.
Oh, yeah, that's true. The first gold medal was in shooting. rifle shooting. I don't know. But everybody like criticizing, oh, we won a gold medal, and it was in shooting. And had they not won it, what would we hear? Oh, America can't even win a gold medal in shooting. So it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. So if
A
I'm
lot
going
of
to be,
damning going on.
if I'm going to be damned, it's going to be for winning a gold medal, not losing one. So good for her. And then the first major medal, quote unquote, was for swimming, but I don't know which category it was.
One of the captain or co-captains of one of the rowing team got mugged.
Mugged? Oh, well, they are in Rio.
I was like, why is that a shock?
Well, I mean, when was that they got mugged?
Recently, maybe a few days ago.
Oh. Well, they're probably out later than they're supposed to be. Because, I mean, I don't care. People are like, oh, yeah, I travel. No, this is Rio. Just Brazil in general. Don't run around showing off your stuff. I'm not sure who the hell won the gold medal. Sorry, can't find it. But oh, Michael Phelps won a gold medal again.
Oh, shock.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, how old is he now?
He's not that old, babe.
This is his third Olympics?
I know, but he's not that old. He started super young.
Oh, Katie Ledecky was the other one that won. She broke some Olympic record. Phelps won the gold. Well, he didn't win it by himself. It was in a relay. But the fuck his other three teammates.
Yo, he's fucking ugly, bro.
Hey, he doesn't care. His wallet is gorgeous, and women line up for miles to see it. Ledecky wins women's 400-meter freestyle. That's what she won. So she won by herself. Phelps and a team won, but you only hear about Phelps.
The opening with ceremonies was really nice. I really liked it. They were saying the Olympic team, the creative team who came up with it, said they had very limited budget this time as opposed to London and all the other Olympics, and so they did a lot of the what's that called, the video, like it looks 3D kind of style.
Mm-hmm.
It was really nice. Then they told the history of Brazil, and the music was really good. At the end, Giselle walked.
Yeah, they're the last one. Yeah. Right before them was a refugee team. I don't think they've ever had that before. Like
Giselle.
Athletes that don't have a country to represent, but they still get to compete. Some Syrians. I forgot where the other guy was from. That'd be something if one of them wins a gold medal. I mean, I don't think any of them are even considered to have a chance to win, but that'd be a big deal. It was Phelps' 23rd medal. He was a second leg of the relay race, so he must have blown away whoever he was for them to be going on about him. But I didn't see it. But hey, good for him.
Wait, what we're watching in the Outback, the soccer?
Oh yeah, I don't know who won.
I'm just saying what you were saying about Iraq, right?
Oh yeah, I don't know much about Iraq, obviously, but how do they even have time to field an Olympic? Well, I guess now it's settled down.
Yeah, I picture them like shooting the soccer ball and running outside.
I mean, it seems like they're always in some kind of war situation. Where do you find time to have an Olympic team? But obviously it's not that way because they have a team. But they can afford to get there. Meanwhile, Mexico a few years ago couldn't even afford to send a team. That's why Alberto Del Rio didn't go to the Olympics. He was on the judo team. He was supposed to be in the Olympics. And they couldn't afford to send a team. But Iraq has a team. What the hell is going on?
Things that make you go,
Yeah, I might be totally wrong. Iraq might be like freaking booming right now or something. No pun intended. But what are you going to do? Of course, there's the basketball. I know Team USA beat China. Big shocker there.
Yeah.
I know Kevin Durant.
Oh my God, we didn't talk about A-Rod retiring this Friday.
Oh, that's right. Is it Friday?
It's Friday.
Yeah, Alex Rodriguez is going to take on a consulting or assistant role with the Yankees while he gets his last $27 million off his contract. But,
you say you're not much of an A-Rod fan.
I don't dislike him, but he had his legs cut off running him from the first day he got to New York because Derek Jeter didn't give him the welcome he should have, and it just turned the media and the fans on him, and he was in a hole from the start. You know?
I can't get past him humping Madonna.
Hey, I can hump whatever he wants, apparently. I don't know who he dates now, but
nobody famous.
I don't keep track. Whoever it is, it's probably blonde.
No, it's a dark-haired chick.
Oh, really?
And she's older.
Oh, wow. What the hell happened?
She's filthy rich.
Well, he doesn't care.
I'm just saying that must help because she's beyond filthy rich.
No, to ease off his mind. No, they're not taking him for his money.
That's what everyone is shocked about, actually.
Well, maybe she's got the skills that pay the bills, as they say. But
she's really highly intelligent.
Well, he's not a dumb guy.
She's really highly intelligent.
But he's got a high baseball IQ, so he's still going to work in some capacity for the Yankees. Although technically he is a free agent. I mean, if some other team wanted him for some
He's too old.
Psycho reason, he could still. Well, he had 33 home runs last year. This year he only had about 9, but I don't know how many games he actually played. But the Yankees are suiting up, or like getting rid of contracts, so that in 2018 they can whip out the pocketbook and get some monster team and just win another World Series like they usually do. They haven't done it with a homegrown team since 1996. They had Posada and Jeter and that's it. Andy Pettitte, Mariano Rivera. All those guys came from
I
their
thought
farm.
Andy retired, right?
Yeah, but those guys all came from the farm system.
Washed up A-Rod.
So they don't have any. I mean, I haven't really followed them this season, but as far as I know, they don't have any big homegrown guys.
Did we talk about going to the baseball game?
Oh yeah, we went to a San Francisco Giants game, kind of. We went to a barbecue that was provided by my job, and the tickets were also provided by my job. But true to San Francisco fashion, by the time the first inning came around, it was like 5 degrees outside. And Jesse spilled the hot chocolate all over me, and I tapped out. We left. Spoiler alert, Giants lose. I told the little kid on the way out.
He called it at the actual stadium.
It was just a guess, but I had turned out to be right. So that kid must think I could see the future. Some poor little boy with a broken heart in San Francisco hat on. If you're listening, kid, I was right. They were playing the Nationals?
Yeah, Washington Nationals.
It's a nice park, though.
Oh, it was a lovely park.
AT&T Field.
And it was the cops.
Oh, yeah, it was Police Appreciation Night.
Where how many?
There was a
freaking motorcycles.
Yeah, it was a long
up.
convoy of motorcycles, and they all pulled out into left field on the warning track. And some mayor made some cheesy speech, and then they went on with the game. I mean, yes, you're on the bay, but as soon as the sun sets out there, holy shit.
It's brutal.
It drops. And we're used to cold New York winters, don't get me wrong, but you also don't go sit out in the middle of a baseball game in a cold New York winter. Unless it's October and the Yankees are playing. But they ain't playing this October.
So there's a baseball game, so we might be able to get a football game in.
I want to see a 49ers game.
Yeah. So we'll try for that. You don't want to go to hockey, you don't care for hockey.
That's in San Jose, right?
Right.
No, we went to Rangers or Islanders. Once you go to one of those, there's no point going to anything else.
I would go to San Jose.
Then there's the Warriors, which you could get a ticket for in about 6 years, I think.
6 years, if you're lucky.
If you're lucky. For a Golden State Warriors game, and that's what before they had Kevin Durant.
Yeah. If anybody wants to send us tickets, we'll take it.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be seeing one of those anytime soon.
Oh, wow.
But also not, I don't know, the WWE does not seem to come to San Francisco either.
It's like they're anti-San Fran.
They were in Stockton, of all places. Fresno. Now they're in Anaheim tonight, but no San Francisco. Maybe there's nowhere to go except for the Q, where the Warriors play. In Santa Clara. Yeah. I mean, they came here for WrestleMania. Just they were like, all right, you're good for the next 5 years. Leave us alone. They're not coming back. Well, it depends on, just like why they don't go to Madison Square Garden to do Raw anymore, because it just costs too much.
Good point, because San Fran is expensive.
They do house shows in Madison Square Garden, but they don't do Raw from there very rarely, if at all, anymore. They go to the Barclays Center.
They live at the Barclays Center.
Yeah, SummerSlam is there 2 weeks, and we used to live one stop away from there.
Literally.
We were there the year that SummerSlam was there last year. Oh, we were in Harlem, I think. But still, close enough to go to. I think I ended up at the Ring of Honor show instead, the baseball field. So I wanted to see Nakamura, who's now in WWE anyway.
Yeah. Got
to see Okada too, but they ain't getting him for New Japan anytime soon. They do have Kota Ibushi in the Cruiserweight tournament. So they are cherry picking some. Well, he wasn't really purely a New Japan guy, so it didn't matter. But we'll see. I guess that's it for now. In a couple of weeks, we will interview Heather O'Scanlan. She is from the movie Housebroken. It's like a family comedy about a little 4-year-old who refuses to get potty trained. And all the grief and shame that causes his family. I think they have 2 weeks to do it before the school will not, quote-unquote, welcome him back for the next year. How quickly did you potty train, Pumpkin? Do you remember?
I don't know.
Me neither. Nala trains pretty quickly. We got her, I don't know how many different litter boxes. She jumps in those things like a champ.
Although that one litter box she refused.
Which one?
The one where she would go in and literally poop on the floor.
When was that?
The spinning one. She would go in and
she
she would
used
just
it, though.
poop outside of it.
There just wasn't enough room in that freaking thing.
She literally would poop outside of it. As soon as we got rid of it, she started pooping in the litter box.
Because it just wasn't deep. It's like round, and there wasn't just enough room. She's not a tiny cat. Now she has a top loader mod cat box where she just jumps in through the top. Acts like it's the first time every time when she goes in. Every time. But, takes care of business. Doesn't leave a mess. And it looks like some Art Deco furniture shit. So highly recommend it. It's a little overpriced. You could probably make one yourself if you get a tub from, Home Depot. Just cut a hole in the top. Soften up the edges. Poke some holes in it. And your cat will jump right in that sucker. But if you have a cat and a dog like some crazy people do, then the dog can't get into it to mess around with it or anything like that. Or people with both. Like our neighbor, for example, with their legal dog and their cat.
We're not hating.
Not hating at all. We love dogs. I've had dogs my whole life. I just got sick of walking them. That's why I don't have one now.
I wouldn't mind one.
You can walk it. You heard it here first.
Alright, I think we're done.
I think so. Like I said, a couple of weeks with Heather, I think around the 21st or something like that. SummerSlam weekend. And I'm sure we'll get some other people in between. We'll have Conan back after UFC 202. Hopefully talk about Nate Diaz winning. We'll see. Also check out Podcast Boom, which we produce. You speak Spanish. It's getting more popularity. It's also one of the first Mexican podcasts on iTunes. Had I known that, I would have put it on iTunes a lot sooner. But got media coverage in the whole 9 yards. So, yay me.
Yay.
Anyways, stay good. Don't get arrested. And we'll catch everybody next time on the podcast
about nothing.
Good night. If you're listening in the daytime, then listen to this at night.